Today is September 24th, 2020. The interviewer is Christian Wright, and we're at the Camden Carroll Library at Morehead State University. If you could please introduce yourself.
My name is Trevor Hitch, and I'm a junior here at Morehead State University. I'm in the construction management and technical engineering field.
And Trevor, where are you from?
Born and raised here in Morehead, Kentucky. Lived here all my life.
And when did you first hear about the coronavirus? And when you heard about it, what did you kind of think?
Through the news and different things like that. My mom, she's really into watching the news every day. So through all the political things, instantly you heard about it. At the very start of the virus, I didn't think it would get as bad as it has. And I didn't think it would spread and affect as many people's lives as it has.
And last semester, when we kind of were still in the scary new phase of the coronavirus,
Yeah.
we left campus.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It went from going in-person class to be able to understand the material, ask teachers questions, to now you're on your own. You're at your own place, your own house, doing the work by yourself on your own computer or another computer. And it's just a totally different environment. You don't get to come here, see your friends, you don't get to do all that. And it's different. I was very excited to be able to come back, even if that means restrictions.
And how did moving to online classes affect your studies at all?
A little bit either way. Some classes it was easier, some classes it was more difficult. Math department classes, things like that, like physics and statistics. And
did you move off campus or do you commute?
I live at my house right now with my mother and father. My scholarship requires me to do that till I am a senior, or I have an adequate amount of hours, and then I can live off campus wherever I please. But I either have to live with a family member or I have to live in a dorm.
So you had kind of a different experience than everyone who had to move out of the dorm.
Yeah, I didn't have to move. I've stayed the same place.
How did that kind of compare to some of your friends that had to move out of the dorms?
One of my friends, his name is David. He lives in Cartmel. He's an RA, and as soon as the virus stuff hit, he had to move back to Lexington. And he had to go and try to do all his classes from Lexington, even farther away. If he needed help, it's
that much farther.
Yeah.
And what was daily life kind of like when all this started, about early mid-March?
Mine might have been a different experience than other people's. Mine, when I'm not here, it consists of doing things for my family's construction company. So I was either working with the requirements that they were in the, what would that be? Like wearing a mask and different things like that, and social distancing and all that. Doing those things, but I also got my schoolwork done. For other people, I could see how it could be difficult, challenging.
And how did the construction industry kind of adapt to COVID?
You've had to social distance from people. You can't just go up and stand a foot away from somebody, or you can't just meet somewhere, wherever it is, have a big group of people. You can't have 20 different workers in one small house now. You have to divide it out to where somebody's in a specific section, they're social distance, they have the protection they need to be able to get the work done but still be in a safe environment.
And do you know if that's increased any operating costs?
It probably has. If I had to guess, we could sit here and do
Go
it all.
through the whole table.
It probably has, and different things, because now companies and construction groups are having to do more than before to ensure their employee safety, and that could affect costs. You can't have as many workers doing something, and you can't get things done as fast.
So how's life now, living under the pandemic?
I think everybody's just slowly getting used to it. I think it's slowly becoming normal. I've gotten used to just wearing a mask. I still come on campus, come to the library, study, things like that, but have to social distance, wear a mask, different things like that. But it's slowly starting to get back to how it was. I hope it continues to get better.
Are there any kind of weird mannerisms or habits you've picked up through the pandemic?
Not really I can think of. No, not really.
And how has the pandemic changed how you use technology?
I try not to use, like even when I come here, there's tons of computers, but I try to use my own laptop. I try to use my own devices. I don't want to be touching other people's things or them touching mine just in case, because I'm not just trying to protect myself. I got to protect my family that I go home to, and they're a little older, so, you know, immune system wise and things like that. It's just different precautions. I can't just come in here and do what I want, all that.
What are your thoughts on the rules the universities put out
I
about
think
COVID?
they're fine. They seem to adequately do what they're supposed to, and I think it's helped reduce the number of cases.
How transparent do you feel the university's been with its COVID information, both cases and their preventative measures?
I haven't kept up massively on the cases here. I know there is some, but I think they've done, for the people that are trying to find out, I think they've done an adequate amount to tell them. And, you know, you walk outside, there's signs every 30, 40 feet of telling you how to wear a mask, when to, what to. Even if you're outside, you know, if you're away 6 foot or more, you don't have to. But if you're within 6 foot even outside, you have to wear a mask, and it is required by the university. Something as small as that, they're doing pretty adequate.
And how has COVID affected you personally?
I don't get to do a lot of the things I'd like to do, or some things, you know, I can't just go take trips. Or if my buddies and stuff, we were like, hey, let's go to Kings Island. That's not happening. It's made your world just a little bit smaller. But everybody's, I think, has been that way.
And is there anything else you'd like to talk about or add?
No, just thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for your time.